So I'm going to say this once. This projector is so freaking awesome. Every time I put on a movie to test its picture quality, I find myself watching way more than I'm supposed to. Its display quality and sound is so darn good. This is what we are talking about. So this is the Vankyo V700G Pro. And before you shrug your shoulders, just know that I'm not easily impressed when it comes to projectors. But from the minute I pressed the power button on this one, I knew this was something special. So what we're looking at? We got Google TV OS, Dolby Surround, Netflix ESN, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth, 3-way speakers, automated keystone and focus, and a pretty darn good picture quality with bright lumens. So special thanks to Vankyo for sponsoring today's video. They took me by surprise with this model, and without further ado, let's get into it. So this model has a native resolution of 1920 by 1080p, a brightness of 2500 ANSI lumens, it has HDR10 and 4K media support, it has a max viewing distance of 19 feet 200 inches and a minimum of 5.6 feet 60 inches. It has aspect ratio of 4:3 and 16:9. It supports front mounting and ceiling mounting. It provides auto and manual focus and keystone correction and obstacle avoidance. It has Wi-Fi 6 dual band and Bluetooth 5.2. It has 3 built-in speakers with Dolby audio subwoofers. And it uses a standard conventional internal cooling fan. So after the unboxing, in this purchase, you get the V700G Pro model itself. As you can see, it's a full-size model and it has an average shipping weight of around 12 pounds. You get one Bluetooth voice remote with Google Assistant feature, a 35 volts 4 amp DC power supply, a 3-pin AC power cable for the power supply, a lens cleaning kit, a 100-inch fabric projector screen, a pack of adhesive hooks for the screen, a user manual, and a quick start guide. Let's have a look at its dimensions and its external features. It comes in at 12 inches wide by 9¼ inches long by 4¼ inches tall. Its body is made entirely of plastic, and at the front it comes with a front-facing autofocus and auto keystone correction camera and IR sensor, along with its 3-inch glass-coated projector lens. For storage and portability, the lens is protected by a hard plastic cover. For I/O, all ports are located at the back. These include one HDMI input port, one USB 2.0 port, a headphone jack, a rear-facing IR sensor, and its 35-volt DC input socket. On the left side, it comes with an intake vent with a removable dust filter. And to the right is where you'll find its exhaust vent and one mid-range tweeter speaker. At the top you have LED backlit touch button controls, and to its base has 4 anti-skid rubber feet that you can remove to gain access to the ceiling mounting screw holes. It has a screw type kickstand and a pair of 8-watt subwoofer speakers. So right away we can see that it does not have HDMI ARC, it does not have liquid cooling, and it has 3 speakers instead of 2 as shown in the manual. So I'm not wasting any time here. I've already set up on a projector stand, paired the Bluetooth remote, and log into my Prime Video and Google account on this Google TV OS operating system. I'm using an ALR projector screen, and each time you start up, you get autofocus and auto keystone calibration. So before I get into any firmware features or hardware specs, let's first look at the quality of the display and the sharpness of its edges. So as you can see, there is no blurring to one side or to the outer regions of the display. You have sharp edges and very bright lumens. So this is official Google tvOS. I will do a quick browse through of its settings area, and then we'll have a look using the TVBoxSpecs app. So in the settings area, under Projector, you will find its autofocus and manual focus adjustments, as well as you can enable or disable autofocus on startup and autofocus when moving. Under image correction, you can access and trigger its auto keystone correction. You can adjust its 4-point corner keystone correction. You can use its auto fit to screen feature provided you have a display with defined borders for it to detect. You can use its 50% plus or minus digital zoom. And under advanced, you can enable or disable auto keystone on startup and auto keystone on movement, avoid obstacles, and auto fit to screen. If you would like to use its awesome built-in speakers with your mobile phone, you simply click this feature and pair your phone to it.
Bluetooth speaker mode is ready. Please use your phone to connect. Bluetooth speaker mode turned off.
And under advanced projector settings, you can access its projection direction. You have information about the status of the Bluetooth remote and the product model name. Under display and sound, you can adjust your picture brightness, but please note, if you set it to high brightness, you will hear a noticeable increase from the internal cooling fan. You have your picture color settings where you can select from color presets, or you can adjust your own custom levels. Under sound, you can select from a list of sound presets. You can enable or disable surround sound audio. You can disable system sounds, and you have some expert settings for dialogue enhancer and auto volume control. Under audio output, you can select your digital output preference. I recommend you leave it to auto. And there's a digital output that I don't think applies to this projector. The rest of the settings area is your standard Android network settings, your account and profile settings, privacy settings, your apps section, accessibility, Bluetooth settings, and help and feedback. Under system, under the about section, here you see that it's running on Android 11 tvOS. It has a Netflix ESN and access to developer options. Let's now have a look at its hardware information. For this, I'm using my custom-built TVBoxSpecs hardware detection app that finds and detects hidden features on Android boxes and other Android devices. This app is not available on the Google Play Store, and to get your free download, use the link provided in the description below. If I head over to the summary page, here it shows that the manufacturer is SDMC and the model is the V720p. Its operating system is Android 11 Google tvOS. The firmware is not rooted. It comes with Google Widevine Level 1. It has a Netflix ESN, and it does not need HDCP protection because it does not have an HDMI output. The mainboard is the MediaTek M7332 chipset. Its CPU is the MediaTek M7332. A quad-core Cortex A53 processor clocked at 1.5 GHz configured in 32-bit mode. It comes with 2 GB of DDR4 RAM and 8 GB of internal storage. As you can see, the RAM integrity checker is not fully accessible, so the RAM information may be inaccurate. Its GPU is detected as the Mali G52 with OpenGL ES version 3.2 with Vulkan support API version 1.1. Here it shows that its wireless network adapter is detected as Wi-Fi 5 AC 2.4 plus 5 GHz and not a Wi-Fi 6 wireless network adapter, and its Bluetooth version cannot be detected. For video decoders, it supports HDR10, HLG, AV1, and it does not support HDR10 Plus, Dolby Vision, AISR, or AIPQ. For audio, it supports Dolby Atmos, Dolby Digital Plus, DTS Virtual X, and DTS HD Master Audio. It does not support Dolby True HD and DTS X. They blocked the temperature sensor, so you cannot get a reading, which means be very mindful how long you run this projector, on which brightness settings, or the environment in which you operate it, because overheating damages electronics. Even though it has an internal cooling fan, you should always be cognizant of the threat of overheating. So onto its movie, YouTube, and self-hosted video streaming capabilities. We already established that it's a Google certified model with Google Widevine level 1 and it has a Netflix ESN. So this means you can use any one of your popular services such as Netflix, Prime Video, Disney+, Max, Apple TV, and many others and stream content in up to HD 1080p resolution. This is a 1080p projector, so the maximum resolution you can access will be HD. Here is my Prime Video account and it shows here that you have HD 1080p with Dolby Atmos. For watching YouTube videos, you get up to HD 1080p with HDR. It also shows here that the interface has an HDR OSD that pops up as confirmation when HDR content is being played. For playing self-hosted videos, as advertised that it can play 4K videos is incorrect. I tested various 4K HDR10 formats and it could not process any. Only HDR10 1080p videos can play.
Every night, I dream the same dream. Then, these hands were once used for battle. Now they're but humble tools for peace. I need to figure out exactly.
It's Google TV OS, so you get Google Assistant with voice search and voice commands. Play The Working Man on Prime Video.
Got it. Here's a working man on Prime Video.
If you are into gaming, you can connect your Bluetooth gamepad directly to this projector and play some Android games from the Google TV Play Store, though I don't recommend that you game directly on this projector. Instead, you should connect an external gaming console via its HDMI input. So this is a game on the Steam platform called Race Room Experience. One thing you should know about installing APKs on this projector: you cannot install APKs from external storage. you have to copy the APK to its download folder on the internal storage and install it from there. Any attempts to install from external storage will be blocked. For fan noise, you have an average of around 35 decibels on standard brightness and around 45 on high brightness. In summary, to capture the image in this video, I had to lower the exposure settings on my camera very low because the lumens were so bright that everything just looked like a big white blur to the camera, and with your naked eyes, you would really be impressed by the quality of its display. During this video, I did not see the need to connect the projector to my surround sound audio system because its three-way speaker system is really loud with deep bass and provides enough surround sound effects. I really enjoy its sharp edges, its vivid color gamut, and its full Google TV OS operating system. What I don't like is the marketing pitch where they claim that it has 4K compatibility, which obviously it does not for my testing. The TVBoxSpecs apps identified that it has Wi-Fi 5AC and not Wi-Fi 6AX wireless network adapter. I know it's no fault of Vankyo, but having to download your APKs onto its internal storage to install them is an inconvenience, but that is a requirement to get your projector Google certified by Google. Other than that, this projector is pretty awesome, with certification to watch Netflix and all other paid subscription movie services in HD without having to connect an Android box or a dongle. And having a Bluetooth remote with Google Assistant is something most projector users can tell you is very satisfying instead of having to use infrared. So when I review a projector that displays this good, I have to call it out. I have not seen a model display this good since the Nexigo PJ20 of 2021 and the PJ40 of 2023. With so many features and quality display, this projector cannot be classified as a budget model. This is a premium full-size projector and it's well built. So if you are interested, it's available at 2 locations. You can get it directly from their website and it's also been sold at Walmart. So if you are interested, I place both links in the description below. Also, if you are interested in the model featured in this video, you can get it at a second-hand price on my online store. So see that link in the description also. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about new videos, second-hand price offers, and updates on new giveaways. So stay connected and see you in the next one.